Hello everyone, coming at you with another empties. Okay, so I promised to put more time between this empties video and the next one, but I just really don't want everything to get piled up again and to have 30 products to go through. So I think that I probably have like 20 right now. But like I said, I'm on a low buy, so I'm really trying to shop my stash and use things up that I already have. So that is what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go through all of this stuff that I've emptied with you right now. First up is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I've emptied 2 of these. I have had this sitting over here for like 3 months and have kept forgetting to talk about it. So this is my new one. Obviously, I really liked this. I repurchased it. And the reason I repurchased it is 100% for the waterproof ink side. I really like this. This is sort of like Glossier's Brow Flick, but this I think came out first. I don't really know if that's true. But anyway, this is dual-sided. It has a waterproof pencil on one side and then the waterproof ink on the other, which is basically like a liquid liner for your brows. And I just love it. I got the shade Taupe Trap. I've convinced my mom to buy this. Like, I really like it. The pencil is really, really thin. It reminds me of the Anastasia Brow Wiz or like the NYX micro brow pencil that I really like. It's just really easy to use, really easy to create those tiny hair strokes. And then same goes with the ink side. So the ink side is unique because I've used these before from other brands. I'm just gonna show it to you again. And one issue that they really have is that when someone's wearing makeup, like if you're wearing foundation or concealer or whatever around your brows, this will get, well, not this one, but others will get buildup of that product on the tip and stop dispensing product. This one I have not had that issue with. I've been able to fully do my brows without having that buildup occur and not being able to use it, which is very good because obviously like you can't use it if you are someone that wears makeup before you put your brows on, right? And who puts on foundation after they put their brows on? That would be really hard. Like I feel like I would just get foundation all over my brows. I always do my brows like second to last. So yeah. I love this. I haven't repurchased it yet because I have other brow products that I'm going to be working through and I really just don't need to repurchase anything right now. So yeah, I have other things. When you're on a low buy, that's what you got to think of. Do I need another one? No, because I have other things that I can definitely use. Do I like them as much? Maybe not. But that's okay. Next is so sad, the Amika Reset Exfoliating Jelly Shampoo. This is a longtime favorite of mine. I've loved this so deeply ever since it came out. It's such a good product. I've heard, you know, mixed reviews from other people, but like seriously, I love it so much. So it has a nozzle on it. It's got a little bit left in it, but it's got a nozzle on it. So you just like directly dispense it to your scalp so that you're not, this has some type of salt or exfoliant in it. It dissolves with water. So if you were getting it on your hands before you put it to your scalp, you wouldn't get that full exfoliating benefit. So it has that handy little nozzle so you can just directly apply it to your scalp and then you just massage it in. It feels so good. It makes my hair feel so clean and my roots look so bouncy. So I, just for like a little bit of background on my hair, I have really fine hair and I use a lot of products in it. I use a lot of texture sprays, dry shampoo, hairspray, whatever, you name it, I use it and I get buildup on my roots like crazy. And this is something that has so helped me to maintain the cleanliness of my hair. Like some shampoos just do not cut through the grit. They do not help with your scalp. And this one really, really does. And it's not harsh. It's not stripping. It has not given me any issues whatsoever. I've repurchased this several times and absolutely will again. But again, I can't right now because I have other shampoos and I have their micellar scalp cleanser and all that stuff. So I can't justify buying this right now, but I will. I will repurchase this ASAP because I love it that much. Next is something that was in my last video, so I'm not going to talk about it that much. Tarte Found Sealer. I told you all in my last video that I was just about to empty another one of these. Here we are. I repurchased it. I have it sitting up on my vanity right now. I've already been using it. So that's all I'm going to say about this. I love it. The end. Next is another foundation. This is a foundation I legitimately forgot that I owned until I was shopping my stash, trying to find things to get rid of, whatever. It's the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, which is the longest name of any foundation ever. I actually really like this. I have no idea why I stopped using it. It has really cute packaging. It's glass, but it's kind of like not the best for getting all of the product out. That's really my only complaint about it. I really like it. I got one wear out of this before it emptied. So maybe that's why I stopped using it. Maybe I thought it was completely empty. I don't know. Really like the coverage, really like the finish. It's a very natural finish. It has pretty good longevity. It wears pretty well throughout the day. And this shade is like my perfect shade. I don't think I've ever found a foundation that matches me as well as this one does. So yeah, I will probably at some point repurchase this, but I have several foundations that I'm using right now, and I just have no need to repurchase this right now because that would be wasteful of other things that I have that I could use. Next is Curology. This was my first bottle of I literally just forgot what year it was. This was my first bottle of 2020. I opened it in January, and I finished it probably 2 days ago. Love Curology, already had a backup. My formula is rooted in tretinoin. Love it. It's great. If you have any like specific questions about Curology, you can always like comment or DM or something. DM on Instagram because I don't think you can DM on here. But yeah, I've been using Curology for years and years and years. So if you have questions, just let me know. This was also in my last empties video, a bigger one. I don't like this. It's the Tarte Micellar Magic. It doesn't last. It doesn't work well enough to justify the price. I don't know where this mini came from. I guess I bought it at the same time for travel or something. And it's not fully empty, but I just don't like it. Next is another thing that I don't like. I kind of don't like sharing about things that I don't like, but these are the Starface hydrocolloid pimple patches. They were shaped like stars. They're completely gone, so I can't show you what they look like. Love this case. I absolutely love that they're refillable. It's so much less wasteful than like traditional pimple patches in the way that they are packaged, but these patches did absolutely nothing for me. Like, they're really cute. Everybody's experience will differ, obviously, but I am a seasoned pimple patch user, and these are 100% the worst ones I've ever used. No offense to Starface. I think that the concept is really good, and I think that there's so much potential here, but these just didn't perform for me. That being said, I have lots of friends who have these and love them. So maybe it's just that my pimples were just too much for the little stars. They are adorable, and I did love how they looked, and I really want to reuse this case for other pimple patches, but I just won't be repurchasing a refill for this. Maybe if they come out with different kinds, different levels of pimple patch like these. I really prefer a pimple patch that has like a reservoir, like a raised area where all of the sebum kind of goes. These were just very flat. They would not adhere very well. They were kind of hard to get off of the paper, and they always had like a corner. They were shaped like stars. So one of the star corners was always kind of flipped downward. It was a mess. I really didn't like these. And if you did, I'm so glad that you did. Like I said, everyone's experience differs. My opinion's not the only opinion. My skin's not the only skin. And same goes for the Micellar Magic. If you love this, that's awesome. But yeah, these just were not it for me. Next is the Drunk Elephant F-Balm. I actually emptied this before my last empties video, but I forgot because it was sitting on my desk and not where my other empties were. I love this. I really do. I don't think that that's a shock. I feel like I haven't reviewed this on here yet, so I will probably do that, so I won't say much about it right now, but I really liked it. I would use it as my very last step in my routine, as it was directed. Like, that's what they said that you should do, just to kind of seal everything in and add that little extra shot of hydration and nourishment, and I really feel like it did a great job. My skin always looked more supple and hydrated and happy the next day after I used this. So that's all I'm gonna say about this. I loved it, and I will definitely be repurchasing it. Not right at this moment because I have other night masks that I'm using, but this is definitely on my list. Next was also in the last video. It's the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I think this has been in every empties video. This is a constant in my life. I love it so much. It's a product that I legitimately cannot live without. I use it most days, I would say, at this point. It is the best for congestion, acne prone skin, whatever. Like, it's so good. It's necessary for me. I'm not gonna say any more about it because I'm pretty sure I've reviewed it before, and I was extensive in my last video, my last empties video, I think. Again, another thing that was in the last video, the Glossier Milky Oil. Again, this is one of my favorite products. Obviously, I empty so many of them. I love this. I have not repurchased it. I've been trying to shop my stash and use other cleansing options as makeup remover, and so far I've been pretty successful, but this is something that I will repurchase in the future. Speaking of makeup removing cleansing options, this is from Holy Frog, the Kissimmee Vitamin F Therapy Balmy Wash. I actually have emptied 2 of these, but I don't know where the second one is. I love this. This is like in my top 2 cleansing balms of all time. That's how much I love this. It is in a tube, so it's pretty mess free. It is oil-based, so it's kind of runny. You have to really emulsify it very well for it to fully rinse. That's just in the instructions. It's what you have to do with an oil-based cleanser. But for me, it works so well. It removes my makeup really well. This is an excellent just morning cleanse if I'm feeling dry or stripped or flaky or whatever. It's very nourishing, non-stripping, but it doesn't leave a residue on my skin. Like I said, if I fully emulsify it, that's the only complaint I've seen about this product from other people. That's why I'm mentioning it. But if you fully emulsify it with water and you rinse it really well, it should not leave a residue on your skin. I feel like they've actually done like demos on how to properly use this on their Instagram. So if you have this and you've been confused or you don't like it as much as you could because you feel like it leaves a residue, you may want to go watch that and make sure that you're using it properly. But that is something I don't think I can live without anymore. I have backups on backups. I have another one open right now. It removes all of my makeup so well, from my mascara to my brows to my foundation, everything. It removes everything so easily. It's nuts. I love Holy Frog. I love that cleanser. So good. So good. Next is a sad one. It's the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream. So I got this right after they reformulated it. They had so many complaints about the original formula that they actually reformulated it, which is funny because it's pretty new. Like the original one was pretty new, like a year old or something. I actually liked the way that the original one smelled. Some people said it smelled like popcorn or something. I didn't get that from it. I thought it smelled really nice, but the new scent is literally entrancing. It is so, so, so delicious. It smells so good. Like it smells like really expensive coconuts. That's what it smells like to me. That being said, this is just a miss for me. The first one ended up being a miss for me because it had this almost burning sensation when I would put it on my legs. At the beginning, I really thought it was because I was using it after I shaved, but the more I used it, and I did use up that tub, it was every single time I put it on, it made my skin burn. So I don't know what that was about, but I ended up not liking that. The final verdict was that I just didn't like that. In the beginning, like I said, I thought I loved it. Same with this. I really thought I loved it in the beginning, but the more I used it, the more I realized that it does not absorb into my skin. Like it legitimately left like this crazy sticky residue on my body. And it was no matter what. Like I'm the driest person on the planet. Like my body is so dry during the winter. It's insane. So if anybody's body would like fully absorb this and take it in, I feel like it would be mine, and it just wouldn't. Like I never could escape that sticky residue. It drove me nuts, and it took me forever to finish this because I did not like that so much. I would have to wear pants after I put it on, and it just made me feel gross. I don't know. Like I don't understand. This formula is so different than Boom Boom Cream. I love Boom Boom Cream. It smells so good. I don't think it's the most moisturizing body cream in the world, but I do love the way it smells, and it is something that I would repurchase in the future just for the scent and the fact that it absorbs really well. But this, I love the scent, but I hate how it absorbs. Maybe they'll reformulate it again and get rid of that. They got rid of the popcorny scent, and they got rid of the burning sensation. That went away. But the stickiness, it's overwhelming. I don't know what to do with it. So yeah. Next is the Skin Fix Lipid Peptide Cream. I may have already mentioned one of these. I've emptied 2 of these. I may have mentioned this one in the first video. Love this cream. It's been my favorite moisturizer this winter. It's so good, and I'm not going to say anything else about it because I feel like I've mentioned it in probably my last empties video and probably my last favorites video too. So Next is the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. I actually really liked this. I really like the wand. I like how it has a tall side and a flat side. Like I said with the Brow Blade, I have too many brow products right now, so I won't be repurchasing it at the moment, but I do really like this, and I would repurchase it in the future. It has great hold. I love the shade that I picked. I'm in the shade Soft Brunette. And I just love the brush. I think that it's really good. It's on my list for the future. Next is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This was a sad empty because I love this so much. I'm generally not a Too Faced fan. I just feel like their products are not marketed towards my age group at all, but this is really good. This has great coverage. It has great blendability. It has great longevity. It wears really well. And also this package is freaking huge. It's half a fluid ounce. It lasted me forever. Like I've had this, I don't know, 8 months, 6 months. It's been forever. And I have really appreciated that about this. I will definitely repurchase this. I'm not repurchasing it right now because I do have other concealers that I'm trying to work through. None of them I like as much as this one, which is very, very sad. But someday we will be reunited. Next is Supergoop's Unseen Sunscreen. This is a forever repurchase. This is my favorite sunscreen. Again, I feel like this is another thing that I've talked about at length endlessly. This is a chemical sunscreen. It leaves no white cast. It absorbs into the skin really nicely. It has a very slippery silicone-like texture to it. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this. But it's my favorite. I rely on it heavily. I wear it every single day pretty much. Pretty much the only sunscreens I use are from Supergoop, and my main two are Zinc Screen and Unseen, and they are the best. The best. Last is another body cream. I put it in the box of my new one because I already had a replacement for this. I did not have to repurchase it. A friend sent me theirs because they're allergic to something in it. But it's the Skin Fix Lipid Boost Body Cream. This is literally the only body cream in the world that works miracles for me during the winter and keeps me hydrated for more than 25 minutes. This is so good if you have really dry, really itchy body skin. It is super nourishing. It does take a little bit to work into the skin. It's very thick, but it's worth it. It's worth every single ounce of extended effort. It is the best. I feel like I mentioned it in my last favorites video. I actually know that I did. It's my favorite winter body cream of all time. I'm so thrilled that I had a backup of this because I would have had to repurchase it. I cannot live without it during the winter. My skin is miserable during the winter. So itchy, so dry, it's terrible. This has changed the game for me. Okay, that's it. I'm under 20 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. What have you emptied lately, if anything? I hope you have, because empties are super satisfying. I will talk to you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.